Good morning, froggy friends. I hope you're doing well. Miss Amy's outside enjoying the beautiful weather, and today I'm going to read The Best Nest. Mr. Bird was happy. He was so happy he had to sing. This was Mr. Bird's song. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world my nest is best. Then Miss Bird came out of the house. It's not the best nest, she said. I'm tired of this old house, said Miss Bird. I don't like it. Let's look for a new place right now. So they left the old place to look for a new one. This place looks nice, said Mr. Bird. Let's move in here. But somebody else had already moved in. So they looked at another house. This one looks nice, said Mr. Bird. And there's nobody in it. You're wrong, said Mrs. Bird. This house belongs to a foot. So they went on looking. I like this one, said Mr. Bird. It has a pretty red flag on the roof. I've always wanted a house with a flag, said Mrs. Bird. Maybe this place will be all right. But it was not all right. I guess I made a mistake, said Mr. Bird. Do you hear those birds behind me? They're really talking, aren't they? You make too many mistakes, said Mr. Bird. I'm going to pick the next house. And here it is, right here. They flew in, they looked around. Isn't it too big, asked Mr. Bird. I like this big place, said Miss Bird. This is the place to build our new nest. They went right to work. They needed many things to build their nest. First, they got some hay. They got some soda straw and broom straw. They got some sweater string. They got some stocking string and mattress stuffing. They got some horse hay. They got some man hair. Soon they had all the hay, all the straw, all the string, all the stuffing, all the horse hair, and all the man hair they could carry. They took it all back to build a nest. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? Mr. and Mrs. Bird worked very hard. It took them the rest of the morning to finish this nest. This nest is really the best, said Miss Bird. I want to stay here forever. Oh, Miss Bird is happy now. Mr. Bird was very happy too. He flew to the top of his house and he sang a song again. I love our house, I love our nest, in all the world our nest is best. Every day at 12 o'clock, Mr. Parker came to the church. Mr. Parker came to pull a rope, and the rope went up to the bird's new nest. The rope rang the big bell right under Mrs. Bird's nest. Bong, bong, bong. Mrs. Bird got out of there as fast as she could fly. Bong, 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 bong. When Mr. Bird came in, all he could see was a mess of hay and string and stuffing and horsehair and man hair and straws. Where was Mrs. Bird? I will look for her until I find her, said Mr. Bird. I looked high and I looked low. He looked everywhere for Mrs. Bird. He looked down into a chimney. Mrs. Bird wasn't there. He looked down into a water barrel, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. Then he saw a big fat cat. There was a big fat smile on the fat cat's face. There was some pretty brown feathers near the fat cat's mouth. Uh-oh, I hope he didn't eat her. The bird began to cry. Oh dear, he cried. That big fat cat has eaten Mrs. Bird. Mr. Bird flew off. I'll never see Mrs. Bird again, he cried. It was getting dark. It began to rain. It rained harder and harder, and Mr. Bird could not see where he was going. Aw, he's so sad. Crash, crash, Mr. Bird bumped into something. It was his old house, that old house that Mrs. Bird didn't like. I'll go inside, said Mr. Bird. I'll rest here until the rain stops. Mr. Bird went in, and there was Mrs. Bird sitting there singing, I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world this nest is best. You here? Gasped Mr. Bird. I thought you didn't like this old nest. Mrs. Bird smiled. I used to not like it, she said, but a mother bird can change her mind, you see. There's no nest like an old nest for a brand new bird. And when the eggs popped open, the new bird thought so too. Aw, they had a little baby birdie. Very cute. So in the end, Mama Bird really liked her old nest. So let's see if we can find some birds out here. Let's see. Let's go look. There were some birds just a few minutes ago. Let's see where they went. Oh, I see them. They're up there. They're flying around. Do you see them? Let's see. Let's go look in the garden. Let's go see what we can find. I hear the birdies. Do you? Do you hear the birdies? Let's see. Oh, there's one right there. Do you see it up there? Let's see. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's right there. Oh, they're really fast. So let's see if any of them are going to come back. Let's see if we can find the birdies. Let's see. Well, I don't see any more birdies. But maybe you can go outside and you can look for some birdies today. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.